Hi guys, welcome to my Moon in Aquarius video. So Moon is 50% of who you are because it represents your emotions and what you want emotionally. And because every human, even if they come across as emotionally aloof, they're still emotional because that's what humans are. We're emotional creatures. So, having said that, Moon represents 50% of who you are as a person. Sun is you can say, the executive body. And it basically decide what will be relayed to a third person. And Moon is what you are deep down and what you want deep down. So, Moon in Aquarius people. Now I'm also a Moon in Aquarius, so let me tell you. A lot of people think Moon in Aquarius people are cold, aloof, insensitive, not understanding. Basically, Moon in Aquarius is vilified, and it's wrongfully vilified, but I will clarify that for you today, what Moon in Aquarius is and why it is the way it is. Moon in Aquarius is where you see the disciplinarian traits of Aquarius firsthand. Moon in Aquarius, as humanitarian-like as they are also someone that's very vocal about if something goes wrong. Moon in Aquarius, they believe that that human nature needs discipline. So Moon in Aquarius people are often people you'll see who come across as very nice, but the moment you misbehave with them, they flip a switch. Because in this world, we have two types of extremes. We have one extreme who are submissive personalities. Like, they're so nice, they don't know how to say no. They're always, accommodating people. They're accommodating natures out there that just don't know how to say no. And they're submissive and passive. And then there's the other extreme that is just totally obstinate, confrontational, aggressive personalities. They will say whatever it is that comes to their mind, blunt. These type of personalities come across as rude. And I'd say that Moon in Aquarius is that person who is the perfect medium. So they're very nice. They're so nice that they come across as that one extreme that's very nice and don't know how to say no. They come across as that because normally they're very nice people, very down to earth, very amiable and affable. So people just love them. And then you'll see someone misbehave with them and they'll turn into this aggressive, confrontational personality, and people be like, what happened to this person? So Moon in Aquarius is someone that is a balance between the aggressive and the passive personality type. So where it comes from is that they feel their golden rule or their motto, Moon in Aquarius people's motto is, or modus operandi is, treat others how you want to be treated, or do unto others as you would have done unto yourself. So if an Moon in Aquarius person is giving you respect, being good to you, being nice to you, being kind to you, they're doing that because they feel that every human being deserves respect. Everybody's deserving of respect, and they're giving you respect because they want that respect in return as well. But when they see people misbehaving, they feel that discipline is in order, that these people need to be called out on their misbehavior. And there are a lot of passive personalities out there that feel like, oh, I'm just not going to engage in this. It's not worth my time. Or what kind of change is that going to bring about if I call this person out? Aquarius Moon is not that personality that thinks nothing good will come of it. Aquarius Moon is the type of personality that wants to bring about change in that wrongful behavior. So even at the heart of it all, if Aquarius does think like, okay, this person's not going to change, they're still going to call that person out, simply because Aquarius moon gives that person benefit of the doubt and say, well, maybe this person doesn't know that their misbehavior is causing wreaking this havoc, or it's causing disorder. So moon in Aquarius people feel like sometimes people have to be informed of their wrongful behavior because they feel like maybe they don't know, or even if they do know, Aquarius moon, Aquarius person feels that that they should rightfully be called out, because if nobody's calling them out, then they're gonna feel like this behavior goes unnoticed and I'll just keep doing it. And Aquarius is trying to put a stop to it. Aquarius moon is trying to put a stop to it so it doesn't get repeated. So even if this person remains the same, Aquarius doesn't really care. Aquarius is not seeing Aquarius moon, and keep in mind when I say Aquarius, I'm talking about Aquarius moon strictly. Aquarius moon doesn't care what the results will be, but Aquarius feels that this person needs to be called out for their bad behavior. I don't care if this person changes or not, but there is that disciplinarian tendency to a moon in Aquarius. Moon in Aquarius, the reason they come across as aloof and as someone that's cold is because they can separate their emotions from logic. And a person who's able to do that can see things objectively. So oftentimes, people who are either dating or they have a family member who's moon in Aquarius will feel like that moon in Aquarius family member or lover doesn't side with them, because sometimes people are looking for validation from their partner or their family member, like, just agree with me. I know I may be wrong, but just agree with me. That's not what a moon in Aquarius would do. Aquarius moon is as genuine as they come. They tell you exactly what's on their mind, and they don't mince words. So they'll tell you that, listen, you're wrong, because they can see things objectively. They can separate emotions from logic, and that's one of their specialty, by the way, because not a lot of people, especially a lot of people are emotional and they can't separate their emotions. They can't get past their emotions or feelings that are brought about as a result of something. So like if you're feeling jealousy, people can't look past their jealousy. Like if you oftentimes people will see one woman will see another woman and she'll know deep down this person is pretty, but they just won't say it because for one reason or another, they think that saying it out loud or complimenting this woman is gonna make them any less beautiful or just reduce them. So Aquarius moon is not someone who gets caught up in this type of pettiness. So Aquarius moon can see separately and say, okay, well, you know what? I may not like this person, but this person is good at their job. Or I may not like this person, but this person is beautiful. Aquarius sees things for what it is, and they acknowledge it, even as much as, because every human being is emotional to a certain extent, and therefore Aquarius moon, Aquarius sun, whatever Aquarius you may be, you may not be as emotional, but you still are emotional a little bit. And Aquarius doesn't get caught up in those emotions. They have the capacity to differentiate between their emotions and their logic. So they know that emotionally they may not like this person, but their logic says to them, but come on, this person is good at their job, or they're whatever it is that they, that credit is due for. So that's another specialty of Aquarius moon. The downside to being an Aquarius moon is that people in personal relationships with them don't feel loved, because Aquarius moon is incapable of, they're not good with expressing emotions. They're not expressive. They're not someone that can, they're ineffable, it's kind of hard to describe them, because they don't know how to express emotions. They'll show you emotions, like they'll buy you a gift or something to show you that they care for you. But to write you poetry and to, you know, to get all emotional and say sweet things, sweet nothings to you, that's not an Aquarius moon. Aquarius moon, mind you, this is the contradictory part about Aquarius moon. Aquarius moon is a very romantic placement, and this is probably like very shocking to a lot of people. Very romantic placement. You know, it's the placement that believes in love, that believes in true love, you know, long lasting love. But at the same time, they don't believe in the corniness of love, that you should be, you know, strumming a guitar outside of your lover's house. They don't believe in corny love. They're very romantic. They like poetry, and you'll catch an Aquarius moon watching chick flicks. It's just that it's very hard. It's very difficult for Aquarius moon to articulate their feelings. So what they do is Aquarius moon will show it to you that they like you. They'll show you through actions. So if you're an action-oriented person, you want a partner that if you're okay with them not saying I love you all the time, but then they're showing it to you, then Aquarius moon is for you. But if you're looking for sweet nothings, you know, some people are just happy with their partner being zero on their actions, but all about talk. Aquarius moon is not your person. They're gonna come across as cold to you. Aquarius moon is also not for someone who's constantly looking for validation. And Aquarius moon is also not for people who are looking to be validated, because Aquarius moon says it how it is, and they're not very tactful. Aquarius moon people, and that's something I've noticed with all Aquarius moons, is they don't know how to tactfully or diplomatically say things. They can be sensitive, like they won't go up to a fat person and call them fat. They can be sensitive. They would rather just not say something. But you will never catch an Aquarius moon telling a fat person, like, you know, no, you're not fat, you're not fat. They will just not say anything because they know that's not the right thing to say to someone, you know, or that's insensitive. They are sympathetic and they're empathetic people. So you can catch an Aquarius being kind by not just saying anything, but they're not the best with words. And that's, I think, that ties in with why they can't express their feelings. That also ties in because they just don't know how to sweet talk people. So they don't mince words. They say things as they are and as they see it, and therefore they get that cold reputation, like Aquarius moon is so cold, or they're not affectionate. The affection part also ties in once again with action. So if you're looking for affection through actions, so like your partner, like, I don't know, you're sick and they stay by your bedside and take care of you, that's an Aquarius moon. But for them to sit there and say, honey, I love you and I'll be there for you when you get sick, that's not an Aquarius moon. So Aquarius moon, if you're looking for a genuine friend, someone that will tell you if you're right and when you're wrong, someone who's not going to validate you on your wrong things, that your wrongful behavior, that's an Aquarius, you should seek an Aquarius moon friend. So they're very honest and genuine people, and that's their sex appeal, by the way. Aquarius moon's sex appeal lies in how honest and genuine they are. And people can sense that about them. They can sense that this person is what you see is what you get, and that's where their sex appeal is. Because it's not like Aquarius moon knows how to sweet talk people, so that's and they really don't know how to flirt either. So their sex appeal lies in being their genuine self, their honest self, and people who are looking for transparency, that's an Aquarius moon. Aquarius moon is also not someone that's it's not an egoistic placement. Aquarius moons don't have a problem with admitting fault and knowing when they're or taking responsibility for when they're wrong. Similarly, they do not like wrongful behavior. They just want people to have integrity. And Aquarius moon is very, 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 very big on honor. Very big. In fact, what a lot of people don't know is Aquarius moon is highly attracted to honorable people. So if you want to attract an Aquarius moon, make sure you have integrity. Make sure you have good character, because integrity is a huge plus. It really is a plus point for your character. If Aquarius moon feels like you're someone who takes advantage of other people, you are self-centered, their motto, Aquarius moon's motto is do the right thing. It doesn't matter what your emotions are making you want to do, because emotions can sometimes make you very selfish. Get over it. Aquarius moon expects you to get over your selfishness that's coming out of your emotions or your emotional need, and do the right thing. So I'll give you an example. My selfish need, let's say, for example, and I'm just using an example. It's not to say I'm like this, but let's say, I'm feeling lonely, and I know there's a guy that likes me, and I know that I don't really like him like that, but just to satiate my loneliness, I could lead this guy on and say, well, I like you back, and then just to get a free meal out of it, or, just to, like I said, satiate my loneliness, I could just lead him on. But meanwhile, I have no intention of staying with him until something better comes along. And I see a lot of people using other people as a means to an end. That's something, if you ever plan on doing something like this, don't ever, ever, ever let an Aquarius moon see this, because not only will they will like call you out on your disgusting behavior where you're using someone as a means to an end, but they will want nothing to do with you. There's nothing more repulsive to an Aquarius moon than someone not doing the right thing, because Aquarius moon does the right thing. Aquarius moon, like I said, one of their assets is that they can separate their emotions from their logic. And so when they can do that, they always do the right thing. Like, they're selfishly, I'm sure, like Aquarius moon wants something, but they do the right thing. And mind you, I'm an Aquarius moon. There are so many times my personal selfishness makes me want something, but then my logic kicks in and it says, but wait a minute, this is not the right thing to do. And so I always do the right thing. And I do it for two reasons, because one, it is the right thing to do. It is the honorable thing to do. And second reason being, I wouldn't want that done to me. So once again, it goes right back to do unto others as you would have done unto yourself. So like I said, there's two key principles to an Aquarius moon. Do the right thing, and do unto others as you would have done unto you. I personally love this placement. I'm not saying this because I'm not trying to toot my placement's horn, like my own placement, but every Aquarius moon I've come across, I have really liked them, and I'm proud to be an Aquarius moon myself, because it makes you a very honest and honorable person. And similarly, and with this honor comes loyalty. It's a very loyal placement. You're not gonna catch Aquarius moons cheating on other people. So I don't know where this coldness thing comes from, because if somebody was truly cold, and cold as in heartless, they would just, cheat on you or betray you as a friend or a family member, and Aquarius is not about that. Aquarius moon, once again, Aquarius moon is not about that. Honorable placement. They always do the right thing, and they're able to do that because, unlike other people, they're not so caught up in their emotions, because emotions can bring about a lot of selfishness. Emotions like jealousy, envy, greed. It can make you very competitive and do the wrong thing. And Aquarius moon does not suffer from vices like that. Part of the reason Aquarius moon does not suffer from things like jealousy and greed and envy and therefore they're not so competitive, is because Aquarius moon is sort of stoic. They feel that everything, all the Aquarius moons I've seen, they're very, they're philosophical, and they believe in Stoic philosophy. I'm not saying that they would know what Stoic philosophy is, but if you look into Stoic philosophy, they're all about you get in life what the higher power wants you to get. You know, so as a result of that, they don't find themselves competing with other people. Not only that, but they don't feel, the reason they don't feel jealous of other people is because there's that God complex to them, where they don't feel inferior to anyone. I think competitiveness, jealousy comes from when you feel less than someone. And because Aquarius feels they're no less than anyone, and that's where I say God complex, therefore they don't feel inferior to anyone. They're not, it's not to say they feel they're better than everyone else, but it's like because they don't feel they're any less than anyone, they don't feel the need to compete with anyone. Not to mention they believe that whatever is destined for you in this world, you will get it, irrespective of what any external influence can do. So for example, if there's a job out there and it's meant for me, there's nothing another person can do that will take this job away from me if it's destined for me. So that's what Aquarius moon believes in. These are the type of philosophical thing that Aquarius moon people believe in, and therefore they're not so competitive, and you're not gonna find them indulging in pettiness and things that come about as a result of certain emotional traits. Aquarius moon is also a very philanthropic position, believes in charitable work. I think every Aquarius, be it sun, moon, whatever, is charitable. They believe in charity. But once again, not Aquarius moon is not the kind of once again, it's not the kind of humanitarian that would, you know, drop everything and go to a third world country just to do charity work. One person I knew right away was an Aquarius moon was Princess Diana. I was really sad when she passed away. She was instrumental in bringing international coverage on fields that contain landmines, and she was a humanitarian. You know, given all the money she had, all the leisure she had, you know, instead of going around traveling the world, she was on a field of landmines, you know, taking them out of the landmines. From the fields. So she was very instrumental in bringing international coverage on a subject matter like that. So Princess Diana was a Cancer sun, Aquarius moon. Very sympathetic soul. And every time you see a humanitarian, celebrity-wise, you're gonna catch that person will have Aquarius something. George Clooney's wife is an Aquarius sun, so she's an international human rights lawyer. So there you go figure, right? But since this video is about moon, Princess Diana was Aquarius moon. Aquarius moon, so philanthropy is there. You're gonna catch that there, and it's a very nice placement to have. I don't know why anyone would vilify this position. It's just, I think the only reason they do that is because Aquarius moon is not expressive. They can't express their emotions. They're not gonna sit there and recite a poem to you, and I think that's where they get that. I'm just trying to see if I'm missing anything for Aquarius moon. Aquarius moon, I think, also is someone that, you know, because there's a lot of times you've heard statements like there's alphas and betas. Aquarius is the perfect omega in between. They are people that are so nice, down to earth, humble. You can open up to them. And that's what catches people off guard when they flip a switch. Like if you misbehave or you show them something that is not very nice about you, Aquarius moon will treat you like dirt. They will flip a switch. And trust me, when people see that, when people see me flip a switch, they're just like, I'm unrecognizable. They can't believe that I could turn so vicious. Aquarius moon can turn vicious if they feel like you're a disgusting human being. And I'll tell you what disgusting human being is to an Aquarius moon: someone that takes advantage of other people, that oppress, like this, when somebody oppresses another person that's weaker than them. Another motto of Aquarius moon, I've already given you two, is the strong should not oppress the weak. And the strong, by strong, I'm referring to strong in aspects like financial strength. Like if you're richer than someone, don't use your money to oppress the poor. Or if you're physically stronger than someone, don't use your physical strength to oppress the other person who's physically weaker than you. So Aquarius feels, Aquarius moon sides with the underdog, the weaker, because Aquarius moon feels that, you know what, if you were bestowed with if you were naturally endowed, or if you were bestowed some strength, you should use that to do good, not to harm other people. So if you are given physical strength, you are given pecuniary benefits, don't use your money, don't use your strength to harm people weaker than you in whatever regard. So Aquarius moon can turn vicious with people like that when they see people taking advantage of their power, or advantage of the fact that they're stronger than the other. I'll give you an example in case I'm not clear enough. One time I was speaking to a gentleman, and while I was conversing with him, in that conversation, he didn't say it in so many words, but there was that subliminal message. What he was portraying was that he was a player, and what he did was placeholder relationships where he was dating women. He would lead them on. I'm sure if the woman was in the room, he wouldn't be flirting and telling me things that he was telling me. But he would be leading women on, and he would be in a relationship, but he always felt that when the next best thing came along, he would leave the current girl. Well, I told him right to his face that he was a douchebag. I just do not like people using other people. Like, if you are that type of person, if you're not happy with the person you're dating, don't be with them. Stay single. And if you are someone that's, doesn't know how to be single, because yes, I understand there's a lot of people out there who don't know how to be single and enjoy their own company, then, you know what, be honest with that person and say, okay, you know what, listen, this is nothing serious. I don't see myself marrying you or dating you long term. And if at that point this person chooses to be with you, that's on them, but be honest. So either stay single, or you know what, be honest enough to own up that, hey, this is me, take it or leave it. And if they leave you, then, well, you deserve it, but be honest, right? And anyway, so when this gentleman said this to me, I told him he's a douchebag and he needs to get a backbone, and he also needs to get himself a healthy self-esteem. So he just used people as a means to an end because he didn't know how to be single. So what he did was he would just grab onto whatever woman would come his way, and he would stay with her until the next best thing would come along, and then he would leave that person. And that's just disgusting behavior. You have no integrity. And so I let him have a piece of my mind. And surely he was shocked because he had never seen that side to me, or he never thought I would have that side to me. So if you're thinking of landing an Aquarius moon, make sure you have integrity, because there's no way an Aquarius moon would want to date someone if you mistreat people, if you're not a nice person. Now, if there's anyone out there who's thinking, but wait a minute, like, if you can get rude with someone, then you're probably not a nice person. No, that's not true. Aquarius moon only gets rude with people deserving of rudeness, because once again, it goes right back to that disciplinarian trait of theirs. If you are taking advantage of other people, if you are mistreating people, being disrespectful, you lack discipline. And Aquarius moon is thinking, well, let me discipline you, because your parents sure as hell didn't. Or even if your parents did, they failed. So Aquarius moon is there to like keep people in check. They're like the police, the moral police. So I think I covered everything with Aquarius moon. If you like this video, then like it and subscribe. And if you enjoy the material that's coming your way for the Aquarius series, then please subscribe, because my next video will be about Aquarius Mercury. That is something also I am. So keep a lookout for Aquarius Mercury. Until next time, I'm Eliza. Have a great evening, guys. Bye now.